Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the best dupes for Gmod. Now if you don't know what a dupe is, it's basically something that you spawn in with your tool gun to spawn in objects such as props, just really anything really, and the community has made things like cars, trains, weapons, things of such, and it's honestly just probably one of the coolest things for Gmod. And we're just going to be talking about some of the best ones that they've made, maybe ones that you've seen, maybe ones that you haven't, just anything really, and we're going to be exploring those today. So the first dupe that we're actually going to be talking about today is going to be the slow motion guy. This one's actually really cool because when you hit them, they'll actually go flying backwards like they are in slow motion. This is great for if you try to make like an action movie, or if you want to do like a cool shootout. Really, it's good for anything. It's just really impressive that they made this. I don't know how they made this, but it's actually really fun to use, and I would totally recommend this to anybody. So this next dupe is actually going to be in the scenes. Yes, there was only one pose, I know, but this one is the desk with a computer and chair. This one's pretty self-explanatory, very easy to understand. It's literally just a desk with a computer and chair. If you don't want to make it, you can always just get this. It is a little bit excessive with all the other stuff on the table, but it gets the job done. Honestly, there's not that much in scenes. We're really here just for the machines and vehicles, but I feel like just putting in everything here is very good, and I do like this one a lot. So this next one is going to be just a supply crate. It's pretty simple. All it has is just all the ammo types for every weapon that you have. It's just that simple. Everything's in there. Very simple and easy to use. So this next item here is actually a C4 bomb. This is great for, I don't really know, this is actually kind of a niche thing, but it's great for if you're trying to make a CSGO video, or something involving just something that involves a bomb really. This is just pretty easy to understand. It's got a timer on the front, code on the top. That's pretty much just the extent of it. It's perfect for those kind of niche things like that. So this next one here, we're going to actually be doing one of my personal favorites. It's super awesome, and this is the satellite spaceship. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory for what it is. It's literally just a satellite spaceship. You can get in through the top, like so, and all you gotta do is just hit 0 for it to launch. And once it detaches the first 3, like so, you hit 1, and then it will start shooting off the satellite part itself, the top part. And you can fly off, and you can just hit 1 again if you want to slowly go back down. This is probably one of my favorite dupes here, and it's something I always use all the time when I get the chance. So this dupe is actually pretty cool. Today we're going to be spawning in the little chippy. This kind of looks like a really weird plane, I understand, but if you unfreeze it, the plane will start flying itself. As far as I know, it doesn't crash on anything in the ground. I haven't seen it crash into a wall. Well, I guess it can crash into a wall sometimes, but that's besides the point. It flies itself, which is really the cool part about it, and it's even great for target practice on rocket launchers and things like that. But it does go very fast, so you do have to keep up with it. This next dupe is actually super popular. This is the Controllable Man. Now, all you have to do is just sit in the chair, and you can take control of the man sitting in the other chair. The command list is on the screen. You can just read them and do what you want to. You can do things like jump, fly, move around. It's basically just the same controls with space and WASD as usual. There is one cool thing that you can do, that is that you can make the guy dance and do other commands that are also labeled on the board. But yeah, this one's really cool. I don't know what you would use this for, but I just think it's cool enough to justify just picking it up anyways. So next one is actually pretty cool. This is the Space Pod. This one's pretty simple. All you have to do is just no clip inside to sit in the chair. And in order to launch it, you have to press 4. And it's actually insanely loud. So I'll give you a quick warning, but I will let you hear it right now.
You press R to launch, so...
So this next one is actually pretty cool. Actually, it's really cool. This is the working computer. Yeah, you heard me right. This is a working computer. Hit the power button. I believe you hit the keyboard, and then you can actually start typing stuff on it. Here, let me just type in some real fast. Anyways, we'll just skip past that. Anyways, this is actually super cool. Personally, I don't know how to use it. So if someone out there can comment and tell me how to use it, that would be great. But yeah, I recommend this one completely because it's just super cool. So this next one here is actually pretty useful for any of those of you out there who is an admin on a server. This is basically a teleporting jail. You use the blue arrow to select the player and then the green arrow to teleport to them. This basically just jails anyone in there until it is deleted. So it's great for those people who are admins on like a sandbox server or even just any server really. So this dupe is hands down probably one of my favorites in the top 10s. This is basically a missile launcher car. I don't really know what it is. It is in Russian. Again, I do leave the link to all the dupes I use in this video down below. In the back, the missile is actually located. In order to use it, you have to hit the blue button, which says set. You hit that button, and it will set the person that it is going to go to. Basically, what it is that you put someone's name on it. I guess you can set someone's name using it, and then hit the fire button, and the rocket will shoot out, and it will follow that person. You can use this in probably sandbox maps and multiplayer maps. This is honestly just super cool. I don't know how he programmed this. Again, it is in Russian. I have never seen something like this, and it looks completely handmade in my opinion, or like it wasn't taken from someone else. So this is really impressive just on a technical standpoint. So I would totally recommend picking this one up. This next dupe is probably one of the more famous dupes that you've ever seen. This is actually the working AT-AT. This one's pretty popular already. You don't need any add-ons to work it. Actually, I think you do need one add-on for the turrets, but just to ride the thing around takes no add-ons. You just use the arrow keys to move around. It's actually pretty famous, so you guys probably already saw this one coming. But this is honestly just so great, I couldn't leave it off of the list. So I had to include this one for anyone who hasn't used it before. And yeah, this is just so cool. I'm sure this probably took the guy 20 hours just to make, so show him some love and just go ahead and subscribe to that. Okay, so the next one up is actually my personal favorite, #1 best dupe of all time for me. This is actually considered the Junker plane. It's not really a Junker, really, but it's still a great plane in my opinion. All you have to do is just no-clip, or you can try and get in through the seat, but it's kind of difficult, so it's better just to no-clip through the carriage into the seat. And in order to fly it, all you have to do is just press space to actually launch off the ground. That's the bottom thruster. And the controls are normal, it's just WASD for left and right once you get in it. It controls like any normal plane, not too hard to control either. It's honestly just my favorite because it's very simple, and it only requires Gmod to actually use. So I like to use this one a lot, and this is my #1 favorite for a very good reason. So I'm not sure if anyone saw this one coming, but this is actually the Minecart, or the rail cart. Reason why I include this is because honestly, I couldn't find any other minecart that worked well on rails other than this one. And I've already made a video using this one. I'll go ahead and link it in the top right there. And honestly, it's got invisible rails to it, which is how it works, which is why the wheels are in the middle. And I like to use this one probably for rails, and I like to use this one the most. So here's another add-on right here. This is used for rails, actually, the same as the last one. This one is a train, so if you want to actually have more people ride with you at the same time, instead of just using 2 minecarts or multiple ones, you can just use the train. Works pretty much the same way. It also has a boost, and you can even turn on the lights. It's honestly probably one of my favorites too. Wouldn't be in my top 10, but it's pretty great for what it is, and I don't believe it goes very fast, even on rails, so it probably has a very low chance of derailing, but it does have a boost as far as I know. And yeah, I would recommend this if you're going to use this for rail carts and things as such. So this next one I actually like to call kind of like a magic trick. This is the Drivable Couch. And you just press E on it, and you can just drive it around like you would WASD and shift and all that. And you'll notice it pretty much sounds just like the regular Half-Life 2 Jeep, and that's because it pretty much is. It's just a couch inside of the Jeep. You can see it if you use the gravity gun there. But it is kind of cool. You can use it to maybe troll your friends, or even as like a little magic trick, really. So this next one is actually, again, in my top 10 favorites list. This is the Destructible Sedan. This one is really cool because you can drive it using the arrow keys, and it works just fine. It also goes pretty fast, and you know, you can always break it, like, so you can, I don't know, throw grenades at it or use it for any kinds of skits. The only problem is that this is pretty fragile. If you do run into, let's say, like a ramp, for example, the front and back fenders will normally crack off, so you do need to be very careful. But otherwise, this is an absolutely really cool vehicle, and I would totally recommend this. This next dupe, again, is in probably my top 10 best dupes of all time. This is just a little house. I don't really remember what this one's called, but this one's probably one of my favorites just because of how simple it is. If you go on the inside, you can turn on the lights from a switch, turn it on and off. It's got a bed, a computer, the bathroom, a table with a chair, and it's got the kitchen. Pretty much everything is in there. You know, it's just very simple and very effective. I really do like it a lot. This next one is actually a little bit different. This is the usable closet / locker. This one is basically just a locker or closet that you can hide in. I don't know what you would use this for. You could use this for really anything, like maybe like a horror map, or if you want to do like a hide and seek map. Really, it's good for anything. I actually like this one just because of how easy it is to use. You just run up and hit E on the middle, hide inside. It's just that simple, and I think it's good if you need for something like that. So this next building is actually pretty cool in my opinion as well. This is basically the old man's shack. It's a fully destructible shack. Basically you open the door by pressing E on it because you have to pull open that little thing right there. And once you do it, then you can go inside, and the whole building is destructible like I said. And you can break out the windows. It's really cool, and it's a really nice set piece for maybe like, I don't know, like a wilderness setting or even like some kind of apocalypse setting. And here you'll see that my game actually lags unbelievably hard because of me destroying the whole building. So be careful if you're going to destroy it. This next dupe is the coolest door dupe. This is actually insanely cool, like it says. Basically, you just hit the button, it will just open up like that. It's pretty dramatic looking. You could probably use this for like a spaceship or a futuristic setting. Really anything. It's just so cool, I kind of had to put it on this list. This next one is actually pretty straightforward and easy to understand. This is the 1000 health. If you don't know, these are the bouncing balls that give you health if you eat them. And all you have to do is just spawn it in, hold E, and it will give you 1000 health. Very simple and easy to use. This next one's very simple. This is basically just a bed that you can lay in. You know, this is just all around a great thing for really anything if you're trying to make a skit or a movie. Doesn't really matter, but it just makes so you can lay in a bed. This is why I put this one on the list. This last dupe here is just a good note to end off on. This is the friend to sit with, really. All it is that, you know, it's just a friend to sit with and talk to. Just a friend, you know, that's all it is. Just something nice to have. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. Me and my friend will say goodbye to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on the video, subscribe. You're probably not going to see more like this, but you should do it anyways. And yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I'll just leave you off with this clip right here.
Alright.
I could technically buy a car with this money.
I've actually lost money from this.
Have you really?
Yeah. Oh!
What the fuck?